Okay, it looks like we're down to some things that I have some questions about. Do the ladies actually have the power to get rid of other members of the team? That's my question. So I guess that would be Carlos King. I got questions, man. Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for BET Presents the Encore. This is season 1, episode 6. Fantastic show. I keep saying it, can't say it enough. This is, listen, this is the best thing to hit BET in quite some time. Quite some time. I am thoroughly enjoying this show. This is done really, really well. But I have some questions. Do the ladies actually have the power to get rid of other members of the team, like Aaliyah, who's the choreographer, the vocal coach, the producers? Because we see producers that they've not even given a name to, that we see all the time, like engineers and stuff. We see the engineers and stuff, and they don't even mention them. They're important to the project, just as important as everybody else, but they don't even mention them. But that's the industry. But anyway, so we're gonna get into all of that. Let's talk about Misha and Pam. When we start off the episode, Misha and Pam's in there washing dishes or whatever, and Misha's talking to her. First of all, Pam, come in close to this screen, my love. Now, girl, you a born again Christian. Stop all that goddamn lying. You stop that damn line. What's beautiful about that dress that Misha got on? Now y'all know I like Misha and all that. But what was beautiful about that dress? If you don't stop all that goddamn line, it ain't nothing but an old shift. It's an old shit. It wasn't even no pretty color. I said it'd be different if it was like some type of beautiful yellow or an orange or something that was just popping. It was olive. I said. What made it beautiful, Pam? The fact that it had pockets in it? Girl, tell me something. You lying. Stop that lying, Christian. Anyway, I'm just poking. But anyway, she did the little thing, and they had a little run-in at the last episode, and they just squashed it, which is, I'm teasing at Pam, but, that part of her, she got that. The zen, the being able to move past things, she pretty much seems to have a handle on that. And, I like that in my Christians. I like my Christians to be able to walk it like they talk it, because a true Christian, they really pride themselves in being able to rise above and move on. And that's hard. That's hard. I mean, that's something I struggle with all the time. Listen, I'll take a grudge, honey, and wrap myself around it and hold it hold it like a newborn baby, honey. I don't like your ass, honey. I'll hold a grudge in a minute. But that's one of the things that Christians, real Christians, literally pride themselves in. So it seems like she really does have a good handle on that piece of this. So, good for her. Good for her. They squashed it. It was no real big deal. It was cool. And I'm laughing. It is so weird how you bring a level of discomfort. There's always an elephant in the room with Pam. Pam walks around with an elephant on a leash at all times. And this whole thing of, because you're the love and the light of the situation, yet no one can touch you. No one can be in your proximity. So it's always weird, and you can literally see it playing out on camera. You know, when they show like an overhead camera view where they're not, you know, nobody's really doing anything for camera. It's like a really heartfelt moment. When they squashed it, she said, "We're sisters. We are sisters. It is what it is. I'm your sister." She said, "And I'm your sister too." Right there, that's just human. A hug goes there. You know how some things we do as humans, and they just, you don't even have to think about it. I'm your sister. You're my sister. We're sisters. A hug goes there. They don't have to write it into the script. A hug goes there. And you see people reaching for Pam when things like this happen, and they can't. Pam consoles you. There's no physicality at all. You know, you're perfectly suited for a pandemic, Pam. I'm just saying. I'm being petty, but I'm just saying, I'm serious as hell. You're perfectly suited for the pandemic. Let's move on. Aubrey, you still... Aubrey just sat up there in her confessional, and she coming for, and the twins as usual, but she sit over there shading Cherish's record sales. I said, girl, Miss Aubrey, that, cut it out, knock it off. She's just a shady, and she's so unhappy. She is so unhappy that it's to the point where it's like, why? Why? And you can see it well enough. The why. The why is that the letters are getting bigger and bigger and bigger. That font is getting huge. Why? Why are you even bothering? After this, we end up seeing Fallon. Fallon now, there's this whole thing. I'm seeing this thing brewing where it concerns cosign. And Fallon, they're getting ready for the listening party, okay? And they have a song called Go, Don't Leave. She keep calling it Don't Leave, Don't Go or something. But the name of the song is Go, Don't Leave. And Cosign, I think it's Cosign's song. I think he is like the lead producer on that song. And he didn't leave the samples in their computer system. So they made this really big deal of it. Do you know the age that we're in? This is 2021. 2021. People are doing whole albums without ever seeing each other. Whole music videos where they never actually see each other. Do you realize that I could do a duet if I could sing. I could do a duet with someone that's in the United Kingdom. And it could be done and we never meet each other. And we could release it, get paid, get nominated for a Grammy, win the Grammy, and never meet each other until the time that we actually walk on the stage to accept it and say, thank you so much. I'd like to thank my Lord Jesus Christ. That's the age that we live in. And y'all made this huge deal about Cosign not leaving the sample for the song. And the quick fix was, well, I'm going to call him now and have him to send it over. That's all. You didn't even have to call him if you don't want to talk to him. You didn't have to talk to him. You could have texted him. It's 2021. Trust me. And Fallon made this whole thing, and then she says, that was a rookie mistake he made, not leaving that sample here. I said, oh. So we're coming for his brand now. We're coming for his brand and coming for his professionalism at this point. I said, oh, so Cosign, you're up on the chopping block now. I said, okay. Fallon got it kicked off. I said, this ain't the last we're going to hear this. What is getting ready to happen with Cosign and the twins? So let's move on. Remember I said that now. Let's move on. So it's time for the listening party. And everybody came. And I said, oh, here we go with the industry folk. We had Scorp Dezel, or is it Diesel? Dezel or Diesel. He's a producer. He was there. Brandy, who is actually, she was one of the members of Black. Stone, he is the owner of Icon Studios. Mila from 702, she looked great too. Mila looked great. She had no voice. I don't know where she was at partying, but I said, what was you doing, Mila? I mean, no voice. She was giving you laryngitis throat. I said, wow, Mila was great. You was somewhere getting down, girl. She had no voice, but she looked great. She really did. She looked great. We had Brandon J. I remember seeing him on the internet where he was getting discovered and stuff. And I've seen him, but he's a singer and a songwriter. So I was really happy when I seen him again. I was like, I know that fella. So I was really happy to see him and that he is, he is thriving and moving forward. Good for you. Then Kima, man, Kima's still sharp. I said, look at Kima, child. Look like she ain't missed a day off of 702. Like she just came from the last, or not 702, Total. She was a member of Total. But she looked just like she looked back then. I said, girl, time has been kind to you. Kima looked fantastic. She really did. Then Jazzy Faye, I was like, hey, Jazzy Faye was there. He's a producer, big producer. Javon, he's an artist developer. Listen, that Javon, first of all, he's sharp. He's sharp. I was like, who that? He's sharp, but he had this badass red and black hat. I said, that goddamn hat is so goddamn cold. Cold, do you hear me? It was cold. I said, come on through here. Sharp. And then Ronnie developed. And Ronnie, Ronnie, child. Ronnie had all these flowers and balloons and all this stuff for Shamari. It was really cute. It really was cute. They just celebrated anniversary and stuff too. And I don't think they actually got to really see each other and everything. And just got to FaceTime and that. So really, really cute. Really cute. And she was so happy with her little self. So first thing we end up seeing, that was the listening part. That was the guest list. Kima roll up on Pam, baby. She's like, damn all that. What you talking about? She grabbed Pam up in an embrace and reassured her, I love you. It was such a moment. It really, really was. It was a moment. And it was something that really I needed to happen. Something this needed to happen. 4.5 years they haven't seen each other. And she was saying, I'm not here to upset you at all. I'm not here to upset you. I'm here to really reassure you that I love you like a sister. I don't know what happened. You just shut me out. You just blocked me. I don't know what happened. I don't even care. But I'm here to tell you I love you and I am in full appreciation and support of what this is that you're doing. Now, the conversation went a little further a little bit later on where she really got a chance to sit down and talk. She said, I don't know what was going on. She said, but you was wilding out, at a point. But how you just shut us all out, none of it made any sense. None of it made any sense. Yeah, that's a strange place. But especially when you're in business with one another. Like they can't do Total without Pam. You know what I mean? So that she kind of, it wasn't just a friendship that just went away. You literally, like, the group was broke up. You messed up my money too. Because naturally, trust me, if Total gets onto something and starts touring, people will go out and see Total. They'll go out and see him. Separately, not so much. But if they come out as Total, child, what about me? What we going? People will come out because I'll be one of the ones that'll be, what we going to do? I'll be right up there. So she, in essence, messed up the money. And then she made reference to a time when they had, that Pam had told them, we're like Destiny's Child, and I'm Beyonce. I said, oh, really, bitch? Organize. And she said, no, I don't even remember saying that. And you know what? Kima was like, yeah. She said, baby, you said it. But she said, it don't mean, I mean, it is what it is. But she told us that she was all messed up back then. You know what I mean? She said, I, I love you. We, as a group, we love you. She said, and the thing is, why are you here? Why are you here? That really hurt. Like the fact that you're here. What do you mean you're coming here to make a super group? We are a super group. The group was what the group was. It wasn't, I mean, we are those girls. So, but you're here now. We should be making music and doing things and still making our money. And now you're here and it just doesn't make sense. And she explained to her, you know, God told me to do it. And, you know, this, that, thing, and the other. Now, listen. That story about how God told her to come on over here, honey. How God told her in her ear, you know he do that. He'll get up, he get right here. And he starts talking to you. But when you in your flesh, you ain't trying to hear that. Especially when she fucked up your money. You ain't trying to hear. When I could be actually touring and getting paid, and I see other groups that are my time, and they getting together, and they going out, and they making money, and finding new fans, and look at Escape. Escape got all new, they had a whole new CD that came out. Had a very successful tour. When I'm sitting looking at that, baby, I don't need to hear nothing about God made me do it. Honey, because that sound like, in retrospect, it sound like, I'm praying for you, sister. And everybody know that prayer without works is dead, honey. So you telling me that God told you to be here and I ain't got no money and ain't got no bookings? Who you talking to, girl? What you say? So, but Kima wasn't on none of that. She was like, she literally accepted it and took her at her word and said, listen, whatever the reason is. And then, Pam was smooth still. She said, I don't know. I just don't know. Maybe God put me here so that I could end up seeing you. I said, that was cute, but that was a cop-out, Pam. But okay. But Kima, she said, listen, you need to unblock me. I need to be able to contact you. I need to be able to check on you. I need to be able to tell you I love you. Period. I was like, girl, I don't know what you want to do with that, Pam. I mean, that's the type of friendship that everybody wants. Everybody wants that type of friendship. And Pam didn't have any rebuttals. You're on a full platform. She didn't come up and say, oh, that's some bullshit or nothing like that. So all we could do at this point is take her at her word for what she's saying. That it basically really, I mean, from what we're hearing, it just kind of, you did listen to God and you were messed up and you did what you had to do. But that right there, that is the friendship that everybody is in search of. That is how everybody wants their friends to feel about them. With no questions. You want to say, like when I tell y'all about Chet, that's how he feels about me. Period. There are no ifs, there's no ands, there's no buts. When it comes to myself and Chet, that's why you'll hear me say my brother. You don't even hear me refer to him as my friend. I refer to him as my brother because that's what he is. Let me try to shut him out and see how ugly things get. We wouldn't have none of that. He is that friend. It's never a question. When he says something to me, I never question what. If he said he cares, he cares. Period. I don't have to think about it. He cares. If he said he don't give a shit, I know not to continue pursuing it. Leave it alone. You know what I mean? That is the friendship that everybody would like to have. And I've been lucky in life to have it. I have it with him, and I had it with another friend that is a female. And I know that Some people will never, some people will never experience that in their whole lives. They'll never experience that type of friendship to where the friendship is that deep rooted that there are no questions about it. And you just literally start calling them a brother or a sister because it's gone be above and beyond BFFs. That ain't that's my brother from a different mother. You know, when I go to his mother's house, greet it just like another son. When he goes to my mother's house, greet it just like another son. That is the friendship that some people will never experience. Period. Period. And that's what I was getting from Kima. I was really getting like she really meant those things that she was saying. I hope I'm not wrong, but that is what I don't think I am. I've been around for a long time, child. What you said? And that's what I saw. I thought it was beautiful. I thought it was beautiful. I thought it was a fantastic reality show moment. Again, hats off to you, Carlos King. You did that. The 702 girls, a moment that needed to happen with them. I think they had a beautiful moment. They had a beautiful moment, and then it was an awkward moment that came from it afterwards because we done lost Irish somewhere in the shuffle. Irish has been poisoned. Do you understand me? Like the witch with the apple. She has been poisoned by Lady Aubrey. And I see Aubrey, this whole thing, Aubrey was visually checked out. Completely checked out. She was standing back there like this. The whole time. Because when they first started playing their songs, and they were kind of just sitting there looking at them, and they're like, now you got to give us something. Y'all sitting here, if you're not excited about the music, do you think we're going to be excited about the music? What is, I mean, y'all standing there looking at us. We standing here looking at y'all. What? You going to give us something? I mean, if you ain't feeling it, why should we? And so they literally started, you know, bopping and really, and it turned into like a nice little pool party situation. And they were feeling it, and they gave them some real constructive feedback. It was really good. It was really good. This, again, I tell y'all, these are the things that I listed in parties, being in the studio, that's the stuff that I like about these shows. The real industry stuff that you don't usually get to see. That's what it's about. Reality. Come on, let us see something that we don't see every day. Aubrey though, totally checked out. Even when they did the everybody loved this. That gospel song is like, it's fantastic. It really is. It's fantastic. I would not be surprised if we see Celebration of Gospel and we see them ending up doing that song on the BET Celebration of Gospel, because it is that good. It really is. It's really good. Everybody was sucked right into it. Aubrey sitting up there looking at them like they was playing some old honky tonk music or something that ain't nobody into. You know what I mean? I was like, this is crazy. It was ridiculous. And she was so over it. Yeah, I mean, she really was. She was just looking at them like they was really playing some old wang da da dang da da dang 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 da da dang da da dang da da dang dang dang. Like, what is this shit, honey? It was, I didn't get it. I didn't get it. And just checked out. They're dancing on some songs. The girls is doing their individual parts. She just looking at them like, look at all these hoes, honey. That's how she's looking at them. And then Irish was doing the same. And she had the nerve to say, like I'm embarrassed by this. Irish? No, honey, sweetie. I get it. You feel in a kind of way because you have less lines than everybody, and you're starting to convey that, you know, I don't even know why I'm here. I ain't really got that many lines, and this, that, and the other. Okay. Now I'm gonna have to be painfully honest, Irish. Painfully honest. So come on. Have a seat where you want to sit. Have a seat. You are the one member that they could do without. Honestly. Vocally, you are the weakest link. They really are just making the name of the group, the fact that you were in 702, that's what got you there. Because the project doesn't need you, Irish. Not really. Not really. Not really. You are the weakest link. So, not that you have to settle for scraps, but what you bring to the table is not matching up with your bravado. Okay? Because you're the one that they have to work on the most. You're the one that they have to work through things the most. You're the one that needs the most help. So no, we're not putting you out there to lead anything. Your vocals are shaky at best. Shaky. And the thing is, I was thinking that it was, she hasn't been performing this. I had gone back and looked at a couple performances with like some things a couple years ago where 702 had actually come to some things and they performed at like some little things. That vocal was the same. Your vocals are shaky. I don't know. Child, I'm trying to be nice. Girl, you the weakest link. You and Misha got the weakest vocals in the house. Your bravado, stop. You're being poisoned by the apple that Aubrey is carrying. And girl, you're going to end up in a damn rabbit hole with a bear trap at the top of it. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. You being there is a gift. There, I said it. Moving on. I'm moving on. You're embarrassed. Embarrassed about what? Girl, bye. Anyway, the conversation she was having, I'm starting to see Misha is starting to swear. I said, oh, Lord, because they sisters. And Misha's giving girl, everything I just said, Misha knows it's the truth. And Misha's like, girl, there's a time and a place for everything. This is not the time. This is not the place. And then they kind of let out like this was some of the issues that they had during 702. Irish, you do know that even with the laryngitis throat, you do know you can't out-sing Mila, right? You do realize that Mila is the sound of 702. You do know that, right? See, in their case, with 702, though I love 702. I love 702. But Mila is definitely the Beyonce of 702. Mila can literally go and redo every 702 song and don't have Misha and Irish on the track, and you wouldn't even notice that they wasn't there. They could actually replace them with two background singers from down at the Catholic Church. And they could teach them how to they could teach them how to work through their parts, and it would sound just as good as it did when the song was done with them. Like, you are the weakest link. Bye-bye. Anyway, girl, you're getting poisoned by the apple that Aubrey has. And that's that. And you need to leave it alone. And then she starts speaking on Shamari. Shamari is the least problematic of Shamari and Nivea are the least problematic of everybody in the house. Are you kidding? And Shamari is one of the best vocals, if not the best vocal in the house. Her and Nivea. Stop it. And then Aubrey leaves. Boom. Just gets up. She's going back and forth. She's doing these confessionals about she's just so unhappy. And I was so happy for her when she made the decision to get the hell out. Goodbye, Aubrey. See you, girl. And I still like, because you know I am a Danity Kane. I love Danity Kane. Okay, I did. Do you got a first aid kit handy? I love Danity Kane. And Aubrey, I'm here for Aubrey's messy ass, but now we on to something else. It ain't cute no more. Bye, girl. I want to see this project work. So, okay, enough of the shenanigans. This part of the show, we don't need no more Aubrey. I was so happy for that heifer to get her purse. Girl, get out. She left. She ain't say nothing to nobody. She just dashed. So that just adds to the work that needs to be done in all of this. So that's that. So they kind of working through it. Shamari took it the hardest. She was like, well, wait a minute. You know, like she was really bothered by the fact that Aubrey left. I think that really did hurt her feelings. She thought everything was cool. I'm like, poor Shamari, girl. You really walking around here with rose-colored glasses on. And Nivea was nervous about it. She said, I thought I would be the one that would leave. I thought that it would just become too much for me. And I would be the one that leave. And she don't know about the balance. And, you know, she was a little nervous. But don't be nervous, Nivea. Y'all got this. Y'all fine. Y'all don't need Aubrey. Aubrey was like an issue. She was an issue. Y'all be fine now that she's gone. Trust me. It'll be fine. So after that, here's where the drama came. You know, there's always some drama, child. Cosign and Felicia. We back on the cosign thing. Child, they talking about cosign and what he's doing versus what he ain't doing and how he's getting done and he ain't doing things expeditiously and this is a crunch. Okay, now I'll go for that. And he came in. Now, this right here. This is one of them situations where I ain't siding with neither one. Because both of them were out of order at points. Okay? Felicia is trying to discredit and evacuate Cosign. She's trying to take Cosign's job. Remember how Aubrey was trying to take Keely's job? That's exactly what Felicia has been doing. Felicia and Fallon, they have been doing this from the beginning. They've been trying to literally eradicate Cosign and the little writer. What's his name? I can't even think of his name right now. But both of them, they did never feel like they needed either one of them. And Felicia's pusher, she's actually came out with it. You could just leave. And that's where I said, wait a minute, Carlos, do she have the power to tell him to leave? Or is she really way out of line? I felt like she was way out of line. The way she was talking to him was a lot. Now, he was so completely out of order, he was blowing her off. He was brushing her off, and he was having a pissing contest with her. He was. He's having a pissing contest with her. And I thought it was petty of him. And it wasn't professional. To be having this pissing contest is not professional because the thing is you allowed her to bring her producing skills to the table and didn't say at the beginning, no, we're producing, you're singing. You allowed for her to give her input, but now it's like you're trying to kind of like know what I say goes, and it's not that. And the truth of the matter was her version did actually sound better than his version. So it was a pissing contest. And there's really only one penis in the room. But at this point, I don't know who the penis belongs to. Because, baby, Miss Felicia, she told him flat out, I have big dick energy. And I have no problem waving it around and rested it on your forehead. And she didn't. She called him a chauvinistic bastard and this, that, thing, and the other. So this is where the problem comes in at, sis. This is where the problem comes in at. He's sitting over here talking to you in a somewhat professional, he's using a professional tone, but he's not, he was being very condescending, calling her sis and love, and that ain't professional. That ain't professional because she's not. She is a black business woman. She's not your sis. She's not honey. She's not love. And you know what you're doing by saying those things. You know what you're doing. You're wiping her worth away like you're dealing with a little child. You don't. It's cute. It's been cute for you. You're patting her on her head. You know what you're doing. You're being condescending, but you're using a professional tone. She, on the other hand, has gotten in her feelings and she's calling them bastards and she's like yelling and she's cussing, which now your professionalism is being brought into play. You know, because this is not, listen, and we all know in the creative world, you know, we cuss each other out because creatives are just that. We are creative and we are sensitive about our shit. And yes, if you go to the back offices of some things with, I design clothes and stuff. When there's collaboration, we will cuss each other out. But when the fashion show starts, you're not going to see us cussing each other out. The models are not going to see us cussing each other out. Okay? And that kind of thing. So you were doing this, and it was like, it was like the camera balls thing. And again, he was playing it up. He was playing it up, and he was giving you the angry black woman edit. Is what he was trying to do. You better check my Wikipedia. She said, I don't give a fuck about your Wikipedia, and neither do I. Nobody cares, cosign, because I never heard of you before now. So nobody cares. And you knew what you were doing. You were being shady. You were being shady. And so that's what I said. They were both, for me, they were both out of order. But now I'm asking Carlos Love, do they have any say in getting rid of him? I don't think so. And the way he was handling it, it doesn't sound like it. So it just got really, really ugly. But she really got to the point like, I can't wait to go up here and tell Fallon about this shit. Fallon ain't got no more power than you do. And I think what's happened is you've overextended yourself. You pushed out, oh, I can do this and I can do that. And then now it's kind of blowing up in your face a little bit. But the truth of the matter is, cosign, her version was better, love. Sorry about it. But it was. Anyway, really good show. You see how long I've been talking. There was a lot going on. It was really, really good. Listen, I'll see y'all right back here. Hey, listen. I think we're about halfway through this, maybe a little more than halfway through. Child, sad, because it's really good. I look forward to Wednesday nights, child. This is good. Really, really good television. All right, you guys. I'll catch y'all next time. Later.